Alright then. What's up, everybody? Yeah. So, TK here. It's getting started a little bit early so I can pull up all the right pages and go ahead and share this on the TK page. So for those of you jumping in super early, probably being like, oh my god, it's totally not time yet. I know. Yes, Endwar hype. So I'm pulling up a couple of links real quick for some stuff I want to talk about so I don't just wander off for a while. Hey everybody. So yeah, let me pull up my notes real quick. I'm starting this a little bit early so I can share this. I'm hoping I can do this from my computer. Boo. It's making it complicated. Whatever. Let me just jump to the TK page real fast and just say I'm live. Boop. And then we're gonna get started. I've actually got an agenda instead of just rambling on. Because we got a lot of stuff to cover in terms of like updates to the Endwar schedule, Foam Con PvP, last minute packing, gear stuff, and then of course doing the Q&A. Q&A will pretty much go the whole time. What's up? My shop is kind of a wreck right now because it flooded. It's been raining for like the last 4 days up until this morning, and I had a pretty rough flood. What happened to the drills? Good question. My basement has flooded and I lost a lot of stuff, and I've been cleaning up and taking care of stuff and doing whatever, finishing up some last minute stuff. We did some drills at SCNC. I just have not had a chance to film my drills video. I've got drills, I've just been needing to shoot the video. Hang on. Hey Spam, would you do me a favor? Would you copy the link for this live stream and throw it on a comment on what I just posted on the TK1138 Facebook? Awesome. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, I'm on a road trip to Endwar. I'm on a road trip, and Endwar is one of the stops. A great place to stop. Yeah, hit the like button if you guys are watching this. If not, Spam, if you could just go ahead and copy the link for this live stream and chuck it onto the TK page. Try to do this on 2 devices. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead. It's 5 till, but I think it's a good enough time to get started. So, Endwar, we are 1 week away. Actually, right now, let's see, it's 5:55 Central, which means it's 6:55 Eastern, which means Foam Con will be over, and it'll already be over in a week. We'll all be getting ready for Mission 0 or doing briefings. So it's going to be a really busy time for me. Because since in the last 2 weeks, I have volunteered to join the blaster checking team for the safety team for the for the Endwar. So I will be helping check blasters and chronographing stuff and organizing all that so we can get through it nice and easy. So I'm gonna come back to that. We've got schedule changes. This is really big. In my last video, for anybody who saw that, I was discussing what the new Endwar schedule is gonna mean. It was different than last year's. And I guess, I mean, I'm not going to presume to understand the mods. That said, I did do a, thanks Spam, I did a podcast with DV Test Podcast. You can Google it, you can check it on YouTube, and it has 2 Endwar moderators and 2 Endwar players discussing Endwar, last year, this year. So I know we got Janine was an existing moderator, and then we've got Judah who's doing a lot of the art, and then there was myself as a veteran player and Mr. Nathan as a new Endwar player, and we discussed a lot of stuff about Endwar. And specifically a lot about scheduling, good things, bad things, but I also did a video just about the schedule. Now, before this week, Endwar was really only going to be 4 missions and then the final stand, whereas last year we had 5 missions and then the final stand. And it was kind of a weird schedule, and after really talking with the mods, which for the record, I am not a moderator. I post a lot on the Endwar page, but I'm not a moderator. I'm just a player, and is gonna go ahead and shout myself out here. That little trophy back there with the skull is the MVB, Most Valuable Brains, for the human team of Endwar last year. I'm a habitual planner. But anyway, we were talking about how the schedule was only 4 missions, then the final stand. Now, mission 4 actually starts at 11:30 on Saturday night. It's going to be 16 hours of gameplay Saturday, guys, so I hope you eat your Wheaties. But that said, that's different now. So I'm going to stop talking about the past and talk about what's currently going on. And ask him about at the last SCNC. Yeah, TK patches. I'm working on those. Boom. Yeah, MVB. Anyway, we now have a mission 5, and that will be taking place Sunday morning at, oh god, 8 a.m. Why is that so bad, TK? Because 11:30 the night before is mission 4. Now, originally, I kind of questioned the mod team going, guys, why are we doing such a late night mission and then only having 1 mission Sunday? And the answer that really struck home with me was because most people don't get to play nighttime HVZ or do like crazy nighttime missions. That's rare. And I get that because you know what? Truthfully, it is. I ran an HVZ team for a long time and we never really played that many night missions. So in retrospect, I'm glad they're doing more night missions. What's up, Jason, Maddie? Hey, everybody. We're discussing the Endwar schedule. If you missed anything, this live stream will stay here on the YouTube channel and you can go back and check out what you missed. But yeah, so now we actually have a mission 5 Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So it's going to be rough. That's like a 6-hour turnaround for the players, which means it's probably even less for the moderators because the moderators are going to be there long after we leave and before we get back. So having mission 5, more missions to play, that's pretty exciting. I know I'm pretty stoked. I made a promise to my friend Crow, who's flying in from Scotland, that we are going to, we're going to play all of them. Like, hey TK, I have a patch for you that you think I'll like. I'd love to check it out. I'm about to actually discuss patches in one moment. So yeah, I'm going to try to do all the missions. That was honestly my biggest regret of Endwar last year, is I did not play all the missions. I didn't. We got all, like, we got in miscommunication, then we had to go get friends, and we were all out of our minds, and we missed mission 2, which was, in my opinion, the biggest bummer, because the pictures look great, the video looks great, people discuss it, but we didn't make it, because it was like, it was crazy, which in the podcast with DV, I even said, hey, communication last year was rough, guys. We got to improve it. And just looking at the number of registered people, this year's going to be even bigger. Awesome, Maddie. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you. I will, I'll get to Foam Con in a second, because I'll tell you exactly where you'll be able to find me. So, anyway, so this is my 2018 Endwar shirt. I make a new shirt every year. I've got my SCNC Generation 1 shirt, I got my Endwar 2017, I got my winter shirt, now I've got my Endwar 2018. My Imperial patch, the new 2018 Southeast Nerf Club patch, I've got my German flag, and I've got the 2018 Endwar patch. But TK, they aren't out yet. I'm the connection. I helped Drac get all the patches set together, and my price was I wanted one to put on a shirt before I got there. So sue me. I got one. Pretty excited. These are really high quality patches. They fit great. They're exactly the same size as last year. So you guys will be able to have both. Drac kind of covered them a good bit in his video, but big differences other than the color is the fact that last year the blasters were on top, the arms were on bottom, but since zombies won, as they usually do, they're on top this year. So pretty exciting, and I'm just happy to have my shirt ready. So yeah, we've covered the fact that we now have a mission 5, which is a really big deal. For those of you who are of limited energy or who are, you know, like over the age of 19 and who like sleeping, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to hit both missions, mission 4 and mission 5. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the PvP, and trust me. But so yeah, mission 4 is gonna be late, mission 5 is gonna be early. So I imagine both of those missions probably aren't going to be super heavy in terms of people, simply because a lot of the people who do mission 4 may not be at 5 or vice versa. But I'm going to be at all of them. I've got some energy drinks, everything, 5-hour energies. I'm ready to go. So yeah, it's going to be late. There's also, and don't feel too terribly bad if you miss mission 4. I hate saying that about any of them, but mission 3 is going to be a dusk mission. It is still slated for 8 p.m., which means it will, let me check. Yes, 8 p.m. So it's probably going to get dark, just like mission 3 of last year. You can check on this channel and go back. I actually have a tab for Endwar gameplay, and check out mission 3 parts 1 and 2. it's spooky. Yeah, it gets really dark, and it's a lot of fun, but there's the inherent risk of it being dark. TK, it is my first out-of-state invitational. It's worth it. You picked a great one to show up to. Sorry, it's Friday. So, that's going to cover it for the schedule changing right now. Other than that, like I said, it's just another mission on Saturday to get ready. Now, that does... don't forget the flashlights. I got mine ready to go. So the other thing is dossiers. They've added more information about dossiers since I did my last video, in that there will be 7 BFG dossiers available on campus. These dossiers, if you find them, will add extra ammo to the BFG, which for polite company, we're going to say is big freaking gun. And that is a special for the human teams against the zombies. It is important, guys. These stack, these abilities. Mission 5 last year was a huge catastrophe for the human team. Like, they got wiped out. And because of how terrible the loss was for the human teams, the zombies basically unlocked every unlock available. Like, we had shields, we had noodles, we had balls, we had specials. The humans had a really rough go of it. So it's going to be super important. And I know Snack Squad, which is a combination of SCNC and Naptown, is going to be hunting those BFG dossiers. Just remember, you're in play when you're hunting, so eyes out, right? But yeah, we're going to be hunting those out. So that brings us to Foam Con, also this weekend in Cincy as well, yeah. So all rival running. So Maddie, it's okay to be running solo. For any of you who are watching and don't have like a dedicated team that you're running with, it is okay. This isn't like a lot of games where you're like, oh my god, I don't have a team, I'm gonna die. No, most of the humans stick together. Stick with the humans. I made a really good analogy on my TK page about steaks, because humans are like steaks. The outside gets burnt, the inside stays nice and cooked, but not burnt. Yeah, just stay towards the middle. It's good. It's gonna be getting really hot in Athens, so I'm packing extra gear just for keeping cool, more drinks, more stuff, and all that. So Foam Con 2018. Some big news that I was not really able to talk about earlier before. I kind of hinted at a little bit. I hope Drax's not too terribly upset about that, but I hinted at stuff, and it is now out in the open. Foam Con 2018, of course, has all the vendors that you guys saw posted a long time ago. Foam Con also has the blaster swap going out front if you want to do that. Foam Con also has PvP, which Drac hinted at. That PvP, which that is now public knowledge, is going to be hosted by the Atomic Dart League, which is a project that Project FDL and myself started up, and then we got Drac involved for gameplay, and it is a high-speed 5v5 competitive game type. Plugging myself again, if you want to know what we're playing, it's called Ion Rush, which is a new game brought to you straight from the Atomic Dart League. And if you want to know what Ion Rush is, you can check out my just previous video with some gameplay of our first test game of Ion Rush. So it's going to be really exciting, really fast, and it's going to be great. The blaster swap is a swap meet, so it's going to be kind of like a yard sale of blasters. People can have blasters, you can buy blasters, you can sell blasters, and it's going to be going on out front. Gonna be pretty cool. If you want to pick up blasters, you want to pick up parts, you can go inside. You can probably pick up an entire project start to finish right there. That's okay, Spam. That's my job. So this year for Foam Con, you usually would find me at the Project FDL booth. I'll still have my Project FDL swag and be tagging out with Jesse of Project FDL, who is one of the other co-founders of the Atomic Dart League. Him and I are going to be swapping at times to run the Atomic Dart League. Is cash or card recommended for purchases at Foam Con? I'm sure Containment Crew or Foam Blast and a couple of the others might have cards available, but cash would probably be a good idea because I doubt everybody's set up for that. So cash would be good. Yeah. Yes, most vendors. Okay, well, most vendors will have cards available. For those of you wondering, Spam Man is been nominated by Drac. He's the one who's actually been coordinating the Foam Con vendors, the tables, all that sort of stuff. So if you have some questions and you want to post it up there, he may or may not answer it. He's not obligated to, but he might. So that's good to have. So yeah, Atomic Dart League is really fun to even just watch. Like, I was so jazzed to watch it. So what we're going to be playing is Ion Rush, which is 5v5. It's a 2-minute timer, and every team has 50 darts per player, and that's for best 2 out of 3 rounds. Now in this, we're going to have barricades supplied by bunkers that we're going to be inflating and putting out there and building a field, and the teams are going to go at each other and eliminate other players or grab the flag, which will be in the middle of the field and scored in the enemy's goal. Now, we are watering this down a little bit for Foam Con in that when we played at Atomic, it's 250 FPS cap. We're not doing that at Foam Con. We want to keep everything on the level, so it's going to be 130. Yes, for those of you who did watch the Ion Rush video, it was a hat. And that's because we got the barricades, the blasters, the ammo, the iPro, the drones, the field, everything. Forgot the flag. Important. So Aiden offered up his hat, which actually worked out really well. We might just keep it a hat. That was kind of cool. So yeah, the goal is to get the flag into the enemy's goal. No flag, no goal, no win. Doesn't matter if you eliminate everybody. If the time comes and the time ends and the flag's not in there, you lose. So, or that it's a draw. So yeah, we've even seen it last time where even if we had one team that was about to be eliminated, they managed to get the flag, run it in the goal, and still win the round. So it's pretty exciting. So what do you need to bring? You don't need to bring your full loadout because you only can carry 50 rounds of ammo. That's a 35 drum and a 15 mag, or two 18s and a 12. That's actually 48, but whatever. You're not going to need a full loadout. Just something to carry a couple mags. You can even stuff them in your pockets. Your blaster, which should be under 130 FPS, and some darts. Yeah, bring darts, mags, whatever. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to supply all the darts this time, but there's going to be a lot of darts, and I'm going to be bringing a whole bunch of my own to donate just for running this game. So right now, we're going to start it out with best 2 out of 3, which is how we play it in Atomic down here. That said, if we see crowds really start to stack up, we'll just do 1-round blitzes. So winner takes all, 1 round go. So that way people can play. Again, they usually go pretty quick with a 2 out of 3 lasting about 6 to 8 minutes. And yes, I will be keeping time and running it really quickly. If you don't reset quickly, sayonara. Anyway, you guys will be able to form up your own teams of 5, or we're going to have a couple of people helping out from the Atomic Dart League who are going to form you into groups of 5. So one way or another, people are going to play. And that includes me. I'm going to get somebody to tag me out for at least a round or 2 because I'm going to want to play. Honestly, I don't understand, Crow, building a Caliburn for less than 130 because it's such a long prime. You can get 100, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, either way, Ion Rush. You can check out the video. I'm editing another one as we speak. There was live streams, also brought to you by, again, the Atomic Dart League. There will be stickers. Come get a sticker. It's gonna be great. The Atomic Dart League, which again is Jesse and Jackie of Project FDL and myself and even Drac now with our helping us with gameplay and everything. We're super excited, guys, to be able to do this at Foam Con. Blah blah, Spectre. Yeah, gimping at Caliburn sounds counterintuitive. Who knows? But how are comms working? Good, Michael. I'll get to you in a second. So yeah, we're really excited to be able to do Foam Con. It's huge to be able to get that game and really get Atomic Dart League and our game Ion Rush out there. So again, bring your blaster, bring some ammo, bring a couple of mags. Don't bring a full loadout. It's not necessary because you're only gonna be able to carry 50 rounds. Which, for the record, I'm not putting I'm putting an asterisk on there. 50 rounds, maybe, because I might cut it down. If we go to like 1-round blitzes, I might cut it down to like 18. Because yeah. Yeah, I saw Andrew. I saw that little short Caliburn. Obviously, some can with strings tied between each. What did I mean? I missed something. What? Yeah, ADL patches will be happening. I know there's all sorts of ADL stuff coming. We just played our first game, so we'll see how this goes. But I'll be most of the time spending on the Ion Rush field, which will be right outside of Foam Con. Exactly where yet? I'm not entirely sure. I've never been there. But Jesse and Jackie, who are also the leaders of Atomic, are going to be at the Project FDL booth because the Atomic Dart League was built with me and with Project FDL. And in our last game, Atomic Zero, there was a lot of FDLs. So it's a really big thing for them, but more importantly, Foam Con is huge for vendors. So they're going to be handling a lot of the Project FDL stuff, and I'm hoping Jesse and I can tag out because I want him to get some shot time and in the Atomic Dart League as well. Because, guys, if you've ever seen Jesse really excited, that's one thing. Watching Jesse play Atomic Dart League, completely different. He is insane. So anyway, briefly, comms. Yes, if I did my gear loadout video, and I had radios. The SCNC bought radios with the help of a lot of our members and with Spam Man, we have radios. We have 22 radios, plus a couple of guys from Naptown also picked up radios, and they are, again, excuse me, the Baofeng 888SA radios. Now, Baofeng, that doesn't sound English. It's not. It's Chinese. And so the radios that you get will be having Chinese programming. They sound English, but those channels, it's important to remember this, technically you're not supposed to use those channels in the United States. They're not compliant with FCC regulations. So I've flashed all the SCNC radios to have our own FRS, GMRS channels, which are the publicly usable channels, as well as a couple of locked-in channels for the SCNC. But that said, I will have a laptop set up and going, and I'm going to figure out a way to flash people's radios at Foam Con if they want to be able to get on comms with the SCNC, and I'll have a list of rules that if you're on our channels, what you got to follow, just like don't be a jerk. Pretty simple. I really could just write that on a fortune cookie. But either way, so I'll try to figure that out, and it might just be, hey, put it in a bag or put a piece of tape with your name, I'll flash them all, you pick them all up. I'm not sure, because I'd kind of planned on doing that, and then on the atomic thing. So yeah, there will be radios that we're going to be on. And you should be able to find us. For those of you radio heads like the band, but people who understand radios, we'll be on the standard 16-channel FRS GMRS band. You'll be able to find us. Excellent. Andrew, I know all of the guys who played Atomic or played Ion Rush. I'm going to be looking forward to some help at the Ion Rush thing, because again, I would like to also be able to get it up and running and tag out and go help Jesse. So now we've kind of covered what Foam Con PvP is going to be like, and we've covered the change to the Endwar Foam Con schedule. Now, here's what we're going to discuss. It's Friday night, so we're just going to go ahead and fast forward a bit and pretend it is Friday night 1 week from now. Oh, Jason, good, you guys have radios. We have radios too. FRS, GMRS frequencies. Find those. You can be able to listen to us, and we can listen to you. It'll be great. Captain Slug? Is Captain Slug going to be there? I don't think so. I haven't heard that he is. Do I have any commissions I'm finishing up? Yes, I've got 2 commissions. I've got to get... Oh, he will be there. Sweet! Good looking out, Jesse. I've got 2 commissions I'm finishing up, which is really crazy because my shop flooded. I got to finish those up, and then I got a huge commission right after Endwar. So that's going to be nuts. Yeah, I saw Blono picked up some radios. Again, if you want our frequencies, I can share the public ones with you guys. You can PM me at either TK1138 in our Facebook or at my normal person one, Stephen Cook, and I'll help you get your frequencies locked in if you're able to program them. If not, I might be able to help you out at Foam Con or something. That said, immediately after Foam Con, I'm going to disappear. Now, what I'm going to be doing is hauling butt over to Morton Hall and getting ready for Blaster Check, because I am volunteering for Blaster Check. Now, for those of you who did did Endwar last year, some of this will be familiar, some of it will be new. For those of you who are new, listen closely. This is important. So, Blaster Check. What we're going to have, you're going to go to your safety briefing. You will not get your blaster checked. You will not get a marker saying your blaster is legitimate unless you've been to the safety briefing. Even if you've been like HVZing for years, even if you went to Endwar last year, the safety briefings are critical. They will tell you what areas are out of play, what's in play, what's legal, what's not legal, what can you do. Like no face masks, stuff like that. You need to go to the safety briefing and you need to listen. Don't be that guy who asks stupid questions that they already talked about because you weren't listening. If you do it right, it's short, sweet, and you get to Blaster Check. So when you go, now I believe Anna said there will be safety briefings during Foam Con if you want to go ahead and knock those out. There will not be Blaster Check during Foam Con. That said, you need to go to a safety briefing. Now say after Foam Con, you go get food, you run back to your hotel, and you want to come to campus and register Friday night. What do you need to bring? For most of you who are adults, blasters, magazines, and some darts. You don't need to bring a bin of 1,000 darts if that's what you have, but make sure you have enough, like 2 or 3 magazines loaded with whatever darts you're going to use so you can test it, because we will test your blaster with your ammo and your mags. If you're an FDL user, please stop by the FDL booth during the Foam Con to, 1, get a picture. We want to get a picture of everybody, but 2, to verify that you have your S-Lock plate. Hang on. Right, So this is an S-lock plate. Now this goes on the back of an FDL to remove some of the functions, some of the adjustability, and make it compliant for Foam Con or for Endwar. As someone doing blaster check, you are required to have an S-lock panel on an FDL 2X. If you have a FDL, sorry, this stupid chair. If you have an FDL 2 Plus, please message Project FDL about that. They've got something going on for that, I'm sure, because those will not be handled the same way as the 2Xs. If you have a 2X and you come in the door and you don't have an S-lock plate, that's not good. I'm hoping I will be able to buy a couple of these off of Project FDL to have in my pocket at Blaster Check to get you all compliant. But anyway, for everybody else, this is basically going to cover everybody anyway, so I'm going to discuss it. Blaster Check. You'll go to safety briefing, you'll bring your blasters. This year is smarter. For those of you who went last year, there was frustrations like, oh my god, are you gonna make me chronograph a hammer shot? I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you have a hammer shot with a stock shell that doesn't have a giant tank sticking out of it, and you can hit over 130 FPS, PM me. I wanna know what you did, because that's nuts. That said, it's a lot smarter this year. We're gonna have triage people. They are gonna be highly trained, highly experienced nerfers who understand the limitations and abilities of certain blasters, who are going to look at you with your stock hammer shot and be like, yeah, you're good. Okay, you're good. But if you have any sort of flywheel blaster or an adjustable FPS blaster like an FDL, if you have a long shot, a retaliator, you know, anything that is capable of being modded to be over 130, you're gonna chronograph it. So make sure you have your ammo, mags, get ready to test stuff. And it'll be really easy peasy lemon squeezy. So what you'll be doing is, if you do go to a chronograph, you'll be expected to fire through there. They will take the average of your shots and verify that you are within spec. And if you are, you'll receive some sort of marker, which we haven't released what that will be yet, to verify that your blaster has been checked. Leave that on your blaster. Okay? Okay. Don't be an ass. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Usually it's don't be a jerk. I'm going to say don't be an ass. Don't try to cheat it. If you're, you know, be honest, guys. Like, we understand, in Humans vs. Zombies, you're playing at like less than 20 feet. Usually. You don't need a crazy FPS. So if you get your blaster checked, don't be a guy to make any more modifications afterwards. If you buy something at Foam Con and you want to put it in your blaster, do that first and then check it. Don't do it afterwards. We're not opening that door. Andrew, since you're in the SCNC, I will call you names if you show up with 20 blasters. I'm showing up with 4. I may only crony 2 of them. If the weather looks good, 2. If the weather looks chancy, 4, because I'm going to have my springers as well. That's a good thing to pack, which I'm going to come back to in packing. So, Friday, Foam Con ends at 5, and at 6 o'clock safety briefings and blaster check starts. If you plan on playing Mission 0, which is the Friday mission that doesn't count, and I'll explain what doesn't count means in a second. If you plan on playing Mission 0, you need to be in one of those Friday briefings and get your blasters checked. If you're a Foam Con vendor, we will have something set up for you guys, so that way you're not running around like crazy people on Friday. What am I planning on bringing? Good question. I'm going to have my FDL 2X as a primary, my Strife sidearm, which is sitting about 90 FPS right now, but it's really nice and snappy. I have an Elite Alpha Trooper and a hammer shot in case of rain. An Elite Alpha Trooper is like a go-to HVZ blaster for me. I hope you make it, Sebastian. Yes. So anyway, Friday, 6 p.m. registration starts. You'll go in. If you're already registered on the Eventbrite, they will pull up your name and check you off. If you're not, please register now. It makes it so much easier. And then you'll be grouped up together, go into a safety briefing with your gear. Then you'll go to blaster check down the hall, get your mags checked, get your darts checked, make sure you don't have any prohibited ammo types. Those things include hard nipple darts, FVJs, FVNs, and short darts. If it's a standard dart, you're good to go. Yeah. Other than, like, yeah, FVJs, Vorberry. There's a couple of Vorberry dome tips you can't use. Vorberry, like, waffle heads and suction cups are good, though. Anyway, you'll get your ammo checked. You will either be given a marker saying, yep, your blasters are good, or you'll be told to get in a chronograph. Don't be a jerk. I've said that like 5 times. How do I become a starter zombie? go to the HVZ Endwar page and write that, and somebody will get in touch with you. I don't want to just keep sending you to the head moderator because I don't know who's in charge of zombies. Just post it. Someone will get in touch with you if you want to be a starter zombie. Anyway, yeah, don't be a jerk at chronograph. If somebody tells you, hey dude, I'm sorry, your blaster's shooting hot, don't be that guy. For instance, last year, my Strife shot 135. 130 is the cap. I hit 128, 132, 135. Now, you don't need to do the math here to figure out the average. That's over 130. So, what I do, I said, hey, don't worry about this. I chucked it back in my bag. That night, Spam actually gave me a stock cage and stock wheels from a stock Strife. And I sat on the floor cross-legged in my undies, and I modded my Strife real quick so it would be underwear. So it would be under the spec, tested it the next day. If your blaster shoots hot, it's not the end of the world. If you have the ability to make any changes and retry it, cool. But do not argue with the chronograph, guys, because we are literally going to be running through, I think we have like over 600 registered people. It's going to be a lot. I want to sleep Friday night. I want to play Mission 0. No, I will play Mission 0. So when Mission 0 starts, I will be leaving to go play Mission 0. So, be cool, guys. Don't bring a whole bunch of stuff if you don't think you're going to need it. What up, Radian? Yeah, Radian. I always want to say Radian because in German, it's the IE, whatever. So, Mission 0. Mission 0 is really cool. If you have never been to a large-scale HVZ, come play Mission 0. Now, what Mission 0 is like practice. It will start at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, and it will have game dynamics, including last year we learned about some of the specials that were going to be, like specials infected that would be in play. We learned about some of the rules. We learned about a lot of stuff, and we got to play a really fun mission. So the advantage to Mission 0 is it's not live. They will have a couple of starter zombies, and then the humans, you'll have your objective. It's a grinder. Like, if you can do well in Mission 0, you'll do fine in the rest of the missions, because Mission 0 is harder than the other missions, because it is literally meant to be an entire HVZ event encapsulated in one mission. Hang on, I'll get to that. I'm going to come back to Mission 0 in a second. I'm packing light and only running springers. Good. That's a good way to play. Take your bandanas off, blah, blah, blah. That's a good point. I'm going to come to that in a second. If you do, I'm going to bring 3. Right, so Mission 0, it's like literally an entire HVZ event in a ball. As in, when the mission ends, whatever you are doesn't matter, because Saturday morning everything starts fresh. Good. Good work, Cryptocan, on the clock drill. I'll explain what clock drills are in a second. So, Mission 0 is the entire game packed into one. So what that means is it's going to be crazy and it's going to be intense. Last year, the zombies had like 10-second or 30-second respawns. You will hide, you will run, exactly like Radiant saying, you will be scared and you will die. Last year the zombies had 30-second respawns at Mission 0, so it was just crazy, pandemonium. I got taken out by a witch, which is a special zombie. But then at the end of the mission, everybody sings, cheers, it's fun, and then you go. And why I say go is, the mission starts at 7:30. At midnight, HVZ is live. In that, if you are with your bandana around your head, which if you're a human, you wear your bandana around your head. Around your arm. And if you're a zombie, it's around your head. If you have a bandana on your arm after midnight, you are in play. But what if I'm in the parking lot? What if I'm getting dinner? It doesn't matter. Athens is nuts. And I'm saying that as I ran HVZ for years. Athens is nuts. Do you want to know how big the play area is for Endwar? It is 510 million square kilometers. That is the size of the globe. Now we'll subtract the oceans, and so we're going to average 175 million square kilometers. That's roughly the land mass of the planet. If you are on Earth and you have an armband on, you are in play. I know that seems ridiculous, but I'm trying to explain just how crazy Athens is. So what that means is, if you're at your hotel, if you're in the hotel, you're safe. If getting off track, you guys do this to me. Midnight, if you have your armband on, you are in play. If you get tagged at 12:02 by a zombie, you are a zombie for the weekend. it happened, guys. In 2017, a guy got tagged after Mission 0. Do you know what I did at Mission 0? Chef and I looked at the clock and said, nope, 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 nope. And we beat feet back to our car, got off the campus. So, the 2 ways to play Athens HVZ is, if you keep your armband on, you're in play. It's fun, it's intense, it's scary. Like, dude, we unloaded at a gas station, like out of the back of the van, like loaded out, ready to go. Because you can get tagged in a gas station. You can get tagged at Burger King, Outback Steakhouse, you can get tagged outside your hotel. Now, the rules are, if you're in a building, you're safe. You do not need to worry about coming out in your flippers, your slippers, and your jammies to get ice in your hotel. You're safe, unless it's a motel. Actually, we need to check that out. If you're at your hotel without a bandana, good question. If you don't have your bandana on, you are not in play. Don't worry about it. For those people who don't want to be constantly afraid 24/7, take your bandanas off. That's okay. That's okay. Do that. Feel comfortable. Do what you want to do. HVZ Endwar is about fun. Run at your own pace. Run all the missions and be, like, literally physically dead at the end of it. Cool. Play a couple of missions. Play hardcore, play softcore, do whatever. Have fun. That's the biggest thing about this. For me, I only get to do this once a year. I like the thrill. I like the scare. So I'm going to have armband on the whole time. Like, if I'm at a gas station, I'm going to be, like, someone's going to be covering my back when I go get my Twinkie. Okay? Okay. So, yeah. Either way, midnight, that starts up. So after Mission 0, you go back, and you can stay out all night if you want to. I wouldn't. You can go hunt dossiers in the middle of the night. I wouldn't, but you do you. And then at 8 a.m. Saturday morning is going to start registration again. So if you did not make registration Friday, you can come to Morton Hall on Saturday at 8 a.m. Same thing I've just explained. Bring your blasters, bring some mags, bring some ammo, and we'll get it taken care of. I'll hand you a Twinkie so you don't have to hide. I appreciate it, Rodney. That's great. I've got snacks. I learned my lesson. I've got snacks hidden everywhere in my gear over there. Trust me. I've got like two boxes of Cliff Bars. I got all sorts of stuff hidden in my gear. I'm not going hungry this year, guys. If I have to spend the night in a bush, I'm good. I'm prepared to. I'm prepared to hide in a bush. So anyway, Saturday morning, 8 a.m., registration, blaster check, safety briefings, do all that. Mission 1 starts at 10 a.m. Do not roll in at 10:10 and come in. It's annoying. Be there early. Get there, group up with people, figure out the plan. Other than the moderators, nobody knows what Mission 1 is. I don't know what Mission 1 is, so I'm pretty excited. And I will throw things at you if you're talking during the briefing, because I did not hear much of the briefing last year at Mission 1, and that cost us a couple of good people. And that's how you got to boil it down, guys. Spectre, I'm not going to make you sleep in a bush. That'd be crazy. But anyway, yeah, pay attention, listen, don't talk. Let's get it all understood, because if you're talking, you might miss something important, like a special type of infected that's in the game. How to deal with them. It's really annoying, especially if it causes other people to get out. So don't do that. So anyway, we got Mission 1. Then there will be time for hunting dossiers. Again, Snack Squad's going to be doing a lot looking for the BFG dossiers as well as some of the other ones. Then there is a lunch break at 12:30 with Mission 2 starting at 2:30. So it's actually not a terrible schedule this year. I didn't know there was more than one type. Oh yeah, I'm going to come to the specials from last year. Bear in mind, that does not mean those specials will be the same this year, but it's just, if I got the time, I'll cover it briefly. Yeah, I'll bring the megaphone for Atomic. Yeah, I'm definitely bringing it for Atomic, the megaphone. But yeah, then we've got lunch, then we've got Mission 2 at 2:30, then we've got a dinner break. Mission 3 starts at 8 o'clock, and Mission 4 says 11:30, tentative. As in, it might be earlier, it might be later. I'm hoping it's not too much later, because I'm going to need some sleep. Recording briefings with your phone. That's a good idea, but you're not really going to get a chance, because you're literally going to go right out of the mission briefing into the mission. Sim, no half-lengths. Cool. Other than that, megas, rival, everything else, good to go. So yeah, then Mission 3, it's a dusk mission. So when you go for your dinner break, make sure you have your lights, glow sticks, whatever you're going to need. Organize your rides, have ways to communicate with people. It's going to be important because by the time mission 3 is over, it's going to be dark. And then, yeah, I might catch a nap between mission 3 and mission 4. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then, yeah, mission 4, the late night mission, 11:30. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, 2100 sunset. It was 8:57 last year. I did a countdown to sunset. That was kind of fun. So I'm gonna have all sorts of announcements going on while we're playing. As for Atomic, you can message on the Atomic page. It'll be sometime after Endwars when we do our next Atomic game, other than Foam Con. So right, that brings us to Sunday, which we now have mission 5 at 8 a.m. Thank you very much, moderators. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna be so tired. Yes, I'm gonna be tired too. But there's one Endwar, guys. Once a year. As I covered earlier, my biggest regret was not doing all the games last year, and I'm doing them this year. It's gonna be nuts. Spam Man, hydration is key. It is very key. It very, very is. If you don't drink enough during the game, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next morning, you're gonna feel like crap. Drink a lot. If you think you drank enough, you didn't. Drink more. It's good. So yeah, then Sunday we have mission 5. Then we have the final stand at 11, and then we have the awards and announcements. Now last year was really cool. We had like the awards for like best zombie, best human, the MVP. That's the one I came home with. There was like best blaster, which Project FTL got. There was the Holy Grail because it was Monty Python theme. There was so much cool stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So you definitely want to stick around for that if you can. Steven, are you going to get into Caliburn? I might. I'm not sure. So, I don't know. Maybe. I've got a long shot. Right. So, that about covers the schedule. And then a lot of the SCNC is going to be rolling back on Monday. We got 3 guys from Scotland. We got Big Al and Big Aid from Monkeytron Collective. Sorry, Mel. Wish you were coming too. And then we've got Crow, who will also be showing Spectre N7 coming out, and you've probably seen him in some videos from Terminal Infection games. We're super stoked to have those guys, but we got to get them back to Scotland, so we're going to drop them off at the hotel on Monday. So that about covers all the stuff with schedule. The last thing, I know I put a note in it earlier, so I'm just going to cover real quick, is play. As in, what's safe, what's not. If you have your armband on, you're in play. But there's caveats. Caveats at the little but. If you're in a building, you're safe. If you're in a vehicle, you're safe. That is both as a human as a zombie. Do not try drive-bys in your vehicles. Don't do it. Dumb question, but how about Nerf arrows? I'm not entirely sure about Nerf arrows. I think if they are like Nerf brand or like stock purchasable arrows, maybe. Good question to post on the HVZ Endwar page, because I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't said prohibited, but then again, it doesn't say you can't throw rocks. But don't throw rocks. Don't do it. Oh my god. Jesse, I'm sorry, Rob, stop it. So, yeah, if you're in a building, you're safe. If you're in a car, you're safe. If you're coming out of a door, you have 5 seconds of being safe. As in, zombies cannot be just standing right outside the door and try to tag you. Why? Because then as a human, your first instinct is going to be to pull that door shut on a zombie arm. That's not good. Don't do that. So, as coming out of a door, you have 5 seconds. Know the rules, guys, because not everyone will. So if you're coming out your hotel and zombie jumps you, like literally right outside the door, you're like, hey, sorry man, that wasn't 5 seconds, but nice try. It's important to know. Same thing with vehicles. If you're getting out of a vehicle, as long as your hand's on the vehicle, you're safe. Now, what does that mean for you? Last year we had to hot load, which means basically in a parking lot we had people scouting and watching while everyone unloaded. This year, as I mentioned in my last briefing, Morton Hall parking lot is safe. That is a huge deal. That's such great news. Because now what that means is we can park our van, keep extra magazines, keep extra darts, keep a whole bunch of stuff in our vans parked in the Morton Hall parking lot so I don't have to carry it on me. I'm readjusting my gear right now because of that. I'd actually carried like an extra 200 rounds of darts to be able to reload between missions, loose darts. I don't need to do that anymore. Now I can keep a bin of my ammo in the van, and if I need to between missions to top up, good to go. So yeah, you won't need to carry everything. Cryptic hand, I might get a Caliburn. I already covered this. I've got a long shot. I might get a Caliburn at some point through FDL. But so yeah, vehicles, all that, Morton Hall parking lot. If you are smart, you will get a map. Now, those of us who went last year are somewhat familiar with the campus, but a lot of the zombies there will be locals, and they will know it better than you ever will. Best thing you can do is start getting used to the things and like where Morton Hall always is. Yeah, but you can pick up maps on campus too from like the Student Union. So that covers scheduling, the thing about rules, blaster thing. So I guess I'm gonna open up to Q&A and stuff. So if you guys have any questions, post them up. I'll answer them. If not, I will just kind of keep talking about Endwar rules, things to know, all that sort of stuff. Go to the Student Center and get a big map. That's what we did last year. Where did my map go? Like, I legit had a map. Actually, hang on. Man, that's upsetting. I had one. Hang on. Alright, well, I lost it. It's somewhere. I got my 2017 map actually framed somewhere in my shop that has like waypoints and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Can I run in your squad? There really isn't a squad. It's just going to be the human teams. And by all means, if you're human, run in my squad. If you're not human, I'm going to shoot you. So yes, RZ Rider, you can totally join in with us. Do you have YouTube videos queued up for release while you're busy with Endwar, or are you planning on cramming as much live footage as possible? I will be live streaming a lot. I'll live stream on the way up to Endwar. I'll live stream some Atomic play. I'll live stream Foam Con. I'll live stream a whole bunch during the weekend. So that's just all going to go into a folder. I am editing some Atomic footage that will go live or will be posted while I'm gone. Other than that, lots and lots of live footage, and then tons of Endwar footage right afterwards. Should I run the Doomslayer? I'm assuming Doomsayer? Doomslayer? I'm unfamiliar with that. Wait, was that the... Wait! Was that the double-barreled Rhino fire with the skull? In which case, absolutely yes. PDF maps posted on TK1138 in our Facebook page. Good job, Spam. I've also got my PDF links, but you can pick them up in person. I'm really, like, kicking myself that I don't remember what I did with my map. It's really cool. So, yeah, run things you have fun with. Like, guys, I love my FDL, but Mission 0, I'm not running my FDL. I might run my Strife. I might run an Alpha Trooper, just for funsies. It doesn't count, and it's just going to be fun. What if you're on the patio of a resort, I'm guessing? Can you be tagged? If you got your bandana on and you've been outside longer than 5 seconds, yes, if you're outside. Just be smart. Don't be a jerk about it. Like, but it's technically in the hotel. If it's a patio, it's a patio, dude. Long shot. Yes, I have the Atomic long shot. So I'm using that. Free maps available at the Student Center. Pick them up. I got one from last year. They're super helpful. Have you tried any TAC nav apps? Jason, no. Last year we just got a whole bunch of us together and made waypoints on the map. Between radios and all this sort of other stuff, I'm working on getting the FDL users ready for Endwar. I'm working on getting SENC ready for Endwar. I'm overloaded. Dual hammer shots for the win. Until you gotta reload. There was a guy with a lot of hammer shots. So hammer shots are great. I've got my hammer shot, my Alpha Trooper, which I might just run for Mission 0. Yeah, so take this out. But yeah, other than that, I've got my FDL and my Strife. Hang on. So I'm like looking through the bowels of my shop. Man, that's like killing me that I don't know where this map went, because it was like super cool. I had like a framed map and everything from last year. That's like bumming me out a lot, guys. Anyway, got all my buffs and stuff. Yeah, there's the MVB trophy from last year. Woohoo! Man, this really is gonna bother me that I don't remember where I put my map. So yeah, other than that, any gear questions? Any questions about what should you bring, what should you not bring? If you got questions about some gear, I'm all game. Because other than that, I'm going to just kind of start looking at, let's see, I've got my hydro pack, spare mags, filled with snacks, ibuprofen, energy drinks, first aid stuff, blah, blah, blah. Dump pouches on my belt, all good to go, filled with socks, filled with extra darts. How well do those mag holders on your hydro work? Well, these ones are from Dart Dragon. They work pretty well. I don't really use them. They're more for squad mates or other humans to pull mags as they need them. So some of them are easier than others. I kind of need to work some of them a little bit more, make them a little looser. But they're not primary draw mags for me. Mine are going to be in my vest with my radio and on my fancy pants drop leg. Special infected. Right, so I'm just going to talk about the special infected. Last year, I will add the star on here that's last year. They may not be the same ones this year, or if they are, they might be subject to different rules. There haven't been any posts yet about special infected. So I'm just going to talk about last year, and maybe that'll give you guys an idea of what sort of stuff to expect. So we had witches. Oh god, witches got me out in Mission 0. So a witch is a static zombie. It's got a point. For mag lubricant, do you need a dry lubricant? Yes, you do. You need a dry silicone lubricant. So yeah, a witch is based off of a static point that it is tethered to, and it is sound activated. As in, if you are too loud, it's going to go for you. It's going to go for the loudest source of noise nearby to it. I'm doing this while I'm still looking for my Endwar map. And it can run straight at you. It can run for like 5 seconds, and it can't be stunned. Last year, Mission 0 involved us having to like pick up a whole bunch of bodies and put them in a cart. And there was this dumb kid who was just like, he was standing right next to one, but he was like, and I was like, dude, it's right there, dude, go for it. And because I was yelling, the witch got me. Yeah. Right, so then there are tanks, or super zombies, heavy zombies, I don't know what they were called. And this one was a short-term stun zombie, in that when you tagged it, it had to count, it had like a 5-second respawn. Is that it? Guys, I think I found it. Okay, hang on. I have to reach back behind a cobweb. Yeah, I found it. Endwar 2017. It fell behind my shelf. So I'll go over this map here in a second. Are the radios going to be a problem with witches this year? Last year we thought there was going to be a problem with witches and radios, but we didn't hear the briefing, which is where I came back and said, stop talking during the briefing. But yeah, most of us have headsets for that very reason. That said, so yeah, then there's the tank zombie. You shoot it, it'll count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it'll lunge at you. It doesn't matter if you keep shooting it, it gets 1 lunge. So even if you're standing right next to it going, haha, I'm shooting you, you can't move. Yes, it can. Don't do that. So that's tanks, that's witches. Boomers carry a big stick and are usually activated by some sort of mechanic, like stepping where you're not supposed to, or via game mechanic. Now, all these special zombies are going to be done by moderators, so you don't need to worry about somebody being a cheating jerk. The moderators will be playing it. Yes, I did a video on mag maintenance. If you want to know what a boomer is, again, if they activate and they go boom, they start swinging their stick, all the zombies in the nearby area can instantly come back. Check out Endwar 2017 Mission 1 Video 2 to see how a boomer functions. Witches, boomers, there's a couple others I can't really remember off the top of my head. Yeah, there's like the rabbit, there's all sorts of stuff, blah blah blah. There's a lot of specials, but if they have specials, they will cover them in the briefings, which is exactly why you need to shut your traps if you're in the briefing, so you understand what special zombies can do and how they function. So I found my map, so let's see, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can. Alright, here we go. So this is Athens from Endwar 2017. Now, all of us actually were kneeling on the ground when we did this map, and I framed it. I picked up this very map from the Student Union. Endwar 2017. So, what do we see on this map? All this squiggly stuff is out of bounds. That is the golf course. It is on the southern end of the campus over by the river, and it is not going to be in play. Don't go on the golf course. Here's Morton Hall. That's HQ. This parking lot next to it is going to be a safe zone for you to park your vehicles. That's going to be super important because last year we had to park way over here and walk all the way along this way. Now, right next to Morton, you'll see it's kind of scrambled out, but it's OUPD. That's the police department. It is also out of bounds. Don't go there. Over here, which I also blacked it out, so that is the campus president's house. Also out of play. This is the student information building. This is where Foam Con was last year. It will not be there this year, but it's a great place to pick up a map. I believe Foam Con's in this building this year. That's my guess. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Other than that, okay, Spam, you know better than I do anyway. So this is the big quad. This is called the Green. And this is where The Last Stand, Mission 5, and parts of Mission 1 were. For those of you who saw the Mission 1 footage with the drones in the alleys, that's all right here. East State Street, Athens Community Center. I don't see that on here, dude. Here's South Green, South Court, State Street. Oh, it's completely off campus. Okay, so it's not going to be in walking distance. Okay, no, that makes sense. But anyway, so yeah, this is the map of the campus. You have, sorry, I'm trying to deal that glare. There's HQ. Oh, rip TK. That's where I died last year, guys. Yep, made it all the way over here. I died this close to HQ in Mission 3. Womp, womp. But yeah, so, it's also a really cool keepsake, guys. Like, we did really cool, like, we set up waypoints. Like, oh, we'll meet up here or over here. You know, we parked all the way over here and did this. So, yeah, pick up a map, draw on it, put a name on it, do whatever. It's a lot of fun, and it makes a really cool keepsake if you don't lose it. So, I'm going to have my Endwar 2018 map as well. So, yeah, now you see my handsome face again, and here we go. Flip. Anyway, so gear changes. I have made a couple of updates just because since we can park in Morton, I'm not carrying a ton of gear. I've got like another 100, 200 darts in here for reloading between missions if I don't want to go out there. I've got sock bombs. I've got some extra snacks in here. I'll be carrying a spare lipo in here. If you're using an electronic blaster and you don't have a spare lipo, that's not a great idea. If you don't have a voltmeter, that's even dumber. Have a voltmeter or have a spare battery. I'm carrying spare batteries for everything, just in case. As well as the tools. Not everyone's gonna have tools, guys. I have an extra roll of E-tape and a blade in case I need to tape somebody's crap together. But yeah, don't be caught without that. So other than that, I've got like my spare screwdriver, tape, all that sort of stuff, radios. It was tricky to type earlier because I was driving and then my wife called. Understood Spam Man about soldering outside. If it is allowed, I will try to see if we can coordinate an outdoor solder station. That might not be, sorry, solder. I'm not from America, I still say solder. Don't keep it in the same pocket with your nails. Thanks. Or buy a volt alarm, blah, blah, blah. Volt alarms, voltmeters, they're very handy. Like my Strife, the sidearm I'm using has a voltmeter built right there into the back. So I'll always know where I'm at. Good to know. Does the FDL2X have a numbered voltmeter or is it just a battery level on the side? The FDL2X does not have either of them. It has a volt alarm built into it. It'll make an audible sound when your battery starts to get a little bit too low. Sorry, I can't take your phone call right now. So yeah, here's my FDL2X for this year. It does have orange. Why is that important? It is specifically said in the rules, do not have realistically painted blasters. The police are serious about this. If you come to blaster check with an all black AK-47 body kit on a Strife, you're not going to use it. I'm sorry, we're not going to let you. Same with face masks, you can't bring them. Face paint? Good. Makeup? Sure. Wigs? Not specifically prohibited. No face masks. Oh. Yeah, that's right, there is that meter on the side. Duh. Sorry, I'm tired. So yeah, other than that, I've got my Alpha Trooper, which will be good, FDL, Strife, an even cooler Strife, which I'm not going to be using this year just because I don't want to fall and break it. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo.
Food. What's good for food around there? It's not my normal area. We went to a diner that was pretty good. There's a couple of fast food places. There's some pizzas. There's a really good Mexican place we did not get to try. So there's a lot of good places. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings right off of campus. Actually, now that I think about it, it's like somewhere in here. There's that B-dubs. Maybe? No, maybe it's over this way. But yeah, there's one within walking distance of campus. There is food that you'll be able to walk to from campus. Again, remember you're in play if you got your bandana on. Yes. So yeah, wigs, all sorts of stuff. I've got snacks, I've got sunscreen, I've got bug stuff, I've got first aid stuff, I've got a portable charger for my phone, for my GoPro, I've got lipos, covered snacks, spare darts, sock bombs, all the important bits. Yeah, that's mostly the important gear I would suggest bringing. Put you guys back down. But yeah,
There is food you can walk to. So, again, I do recommend bringing snacks, lipo chargers, radios, stuff like that, stuff to charge up. Again, the schedule is actually really good about that, as in there's time between missions that you'll be able to put an extra little bit of juice on your lipo or do whatever. You know, yeah, like I'm going to be charging radios and all that during between missions, spare batteries, whatnot. It'll be good. But don't forget to charge food, water. A lot of you are going to be really excited. If this is your first one, you're going to be like, when you come in the door, drink something. Do it. Just keep drinking and peeing and drinking and peeing and drinking. Falling out because of heat is not fun. You'll miss out on a great event. You'll miss out on Endwar. Don't do that. Yeah. I know a couple of guys who want to show up in costumes, which is really cool. There was one guy last year in more tactical gear than I did. Like, he had the balaclava, long sleeves, everything. I don't know how he didn't die, but he didn't, and that's hats off to him. I'm going lighter this year. You know, again, t-shirts, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can have, grunt candy. Yeah, for sure. I've got some ibuprofen in my bag for me as well. I'm just going to be taking that preventatively. If you're a drinker, don't drink much alcohol during the weekend. It does dehydrate you. I'm going to have a couple of beers in the evenings with my friends, but I'm going to also be drinking a lot of water because you don't want to go to bed dehydrated, because then you start the next day dehydrated. Havoc. That was his name. Yeah, his gear was awesome. Hallo, ich stream auch gerne in front. Is that a spam? That's a spammer. Okay, dating adults. I suppose I should have read their name first. Yes, if you there's a lot of signs. If you think you're gonna fall out, take a seat, guys. Again, it's not worth dying over. Yeah, actually, that's only. Oh my God, you guys about died. I saved your life. I'm a freaking hero. Yeah. Anyway, if you think you're getting sick, if you feel like you are overheating, if you're not sweating anymore, just stop, sit down. If it's that bad, you can get a mod, you can raise your hand, you can call for help, do whatever you need to do. Ooh, another thing not to bring, whistles. Don't bring them, because, yeah, you're not supposed to blow a whistle. If you hear a whistle, and again, this will all be covered in the briefing, that means absolutely stop what you're doing. Okay? Okay. But other than that, that's basically the gist of it. And yeah, don't be upset if you guys get tagged. And I'll be the first one that really needs to say that, because I remember going, I'm gonna win. And it's good. But I died at the end of Mission 3, guys. And I got to play Mission 5 in the last stand as a zombie. And those might have been my best memories from Endwar. I really, RZ, don't worry. I was pissed too. I was very pissed. He got me fair and square, so there was at least that. But I was mad. But then I had more fun playing as a zombie than I might have as a human. It's a lot of fun. My biggest regret is that all my footage got wiped, and you guys couldn't see it because it was so great. If I have music playing out of my blaster, would it be good to point besides the witch? Yeah, I'm not gonna have music playing. I did whine, Jesse, but then again, I wasn't the one that made road pizza out of an FDL. Running from a bunny. Who's this scary bunny, Jesse? Asking Scary Bunny. Yeah, guys. Anyway, I will have knee pads, elbow pads, all that stuff in the van for when I turn zombie because I slide, I run, I jump. I don't think it's gonna show up. Let's see. Not terribly well. Let's see. Yeah, I got a scar right here. That's from Endwar 2017. I jumped through a bush to tackle a guy in a kilt. Like, he was shooting up over the bush, and I just was like, God! And I just ran through the bush. I jumped, and it got me pretty bad. Cool scar, though. But, so yeah. All I know is that this is Disma theme. I don't know anything about the missions. The mod team is really great about keeping that under wraps and making it a really fun experience. But as aggressive and competitive as you want to be, and as much fun as it is to be a human, don't be upset. Oh, I can't say don't be upset. You're gonna be upset when you get tagged out. It's normal, but don't pack up your stuff and go. Don't be a grump about it. Playing as a zombie is a ton of fun. It is a ton of fun. Get out there and be the best damn zombie you can be. I'll be out there with you. Trust me. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, Project FDL, thanks for jumping in. Get back to work. I'll see you in a couple days. Disma is like Disney, but if you're familiar with Banksy, the artist, he made Disma, which was kind of a poke at Disney and the globalization of children's. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, it's fun. And also make sure we're less likely to get sued, which is important. So, do you guys have any questions about gear, about Endwar, about Foam Con PvP? Because I'm going to give this thing about another 5 to 10 minutes on the outside, and then I'm out of here. Go spend some time with my family because they are staying here, and I gotta go. Nerf grenades, not in play. Cannot use them. Don't bring them. The only thing that is throwable is a sock. And the rules for sock is it can only be one sock, and at least 50% of it needs to be visible. As in, you can't just take a sock and completely wrap it in tape. It has to be somewhat visible. What drills did you do to prepare for Endwar? I will actually happily explain those because I forgot to film that. And at this point, I don't know if I'm going to get time. First things first, this is what my sock grenade looks like. It's one ankle sock rolled up, some E-tape, and I'll throw a handful of them. I got about 30, so I can throw fistfuls at them, because sock ninjas. Drills I typically like to run are like reload drills, where, you know, you make sure that without looking, you can pull all your mags and reload it, or you can holster something, you can do all that. We do another one called a clock drill. No melee weapons, can't bring them. So all launchable, throwable stuff, and the only thing throwable, again, can be socks. Is the PvP going to have a tourney bracket? Also no. It is going to just be that round against the people you're playing against, and that's it. Because it's such a big event and so many people are going to be there, we're not going to try to do a tournament. Use what makes you happy. Absolutely, guys. There was people who were doing all sorts of crazy stuff and using crazy blasters and all that. That's the way to go. It is good to be competitive. It's fun to be competitive, but you're also going to remember how much fun you have. Again, Mission 0, I'm running my Alpha Trooper because I don't get to run it much anymore at SC&C, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. Yeah, clock drill is a good drill. You can do that with friends, you can do that with one other person, you can do that with yourself. There's a way to do it. What a clock drill is you stand somewhere and you have targets set up front, behind, left, right, on like all the positions on the clock. And what we did was all of us were standing around the clock with one guy in the middle, then one of us was counting out faces or numbers, and the person that had that number tried to tag the human in the middle, and so you had to learn to spin and turn and do all that, you know, just great. A lot of fun, and really got you good at spinning, turning, shooting, da-da-da-da-da. I will not have a booth this year. I didn't have one last year. I'll be at FDL. I have my FDL there. I have some commissions that I'm giving it to some people picking them up. But I'm not going to have too terribly much because I'm going to be running Atomic this year. So be pretty busy. At FoamCon, any blaster under 130 FPS can be used for FoamCon PvP. As for what you can bring to FoamCon, any blaster you want to, really. I mean, you don't have to have 130 FPS if you just want to show it off. If you want to play, it's got to be sub 130.
yeah, you can bring a big bad bow. You can bring whatever. Again, it's just got to be under 130 for Foam Con PvP. Other than that, bring whatever blasters you want to show off. I'll have a couple to show off, not too terribly much, because myself, Project FDL, Sparkle Squads, Tac Squad, a couple of guys from Scotland, a couple of the FDL team are all gonna get in one van and go up there. Space is at a premium. I'm not bringing too terribly much. However, I did make something kind of cool. Yeah, here it is. I made a custom FDL display stand with a giant CNC router. That's kind of neat. Yeah, you're allowed to walk around inside Foam Con with your blasters. That said, wear your iPro if you're gonna do that, simply because last year people who started shooting other people ended up getting shot by a lot more people. Just saying. Oh yeah, I made a display stand for my yeah. Come on, where's my FDL? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Stop pressuring me.
Display stand. Whoops. Yeah. Ciao.
Yeah, doesn't it? Real steel keeps me unloaded while showing off blasters. Yeah, I'm gonna be walking around with a couple of mags and some darts. Like I said, if you start shooting people, you're liable to get shot by a lot more. Just as a heads up. Oh, that's the Imperial insignia. Put it on all my stuff. Woo! Yeah, and then I got like closets full of tactical gear, but again, half of that's all packed up. Game shirts, flags, mags, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, chicken, turkey. Right. But anyway, I think that about covers it. Foam Con again will be from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with PvP running from 11 to 5. There'll be giveaways, there'll be raffles, there'll be vendors, there'll be swag and merch and 10 to 5, yes. And that's right, PvP is 11 to 4. Thank you. How's your Mando armor coming along? I haven't worked on it since December because of Nerf. I did not expect to get this busy, so my armor has not gotten terribly far. It's comfy though. Sometimes I'll play video games in it, just so I don't feel like I've given up hope. I'll play video games with it. Also, thanks for liking my videos. There's gonna be a ton of stuff. I've got some more atomic footage coming out. Hopefully I can get a drills video up in time. I don't know if there's even a point. I actually have to leave for Endwar on Wednesday. Yeah, because I gotta drive to Atlanta, catch up with FDL, get in the van, all of us drive up Thursday, Foam Con Friday, game Saturday, Sunday, drive back Monday. Yeah, helmet. There's the armor plates over there, the backpack, greeblies, all that. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys have any other questions, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You'll be able to hit me up on TK1138 Nerf Facebook page. You can comment on videos if you have any questions. I will get back to you. And I will be live streaming again Thursday on the road to Endwar with, I mean, Radiant's going to be in there. Dart Dragon will be in there. Project FDL will be in there. A couple other guys from FDL will be there. Yeah. And then we'll be picking up some guys from Scotland. So if you want to hear more about, like, from a whole bunch of people about Foam Con, there will be that going on as well. Party booths. And yeah, then I'll be live again probably briefly on Friday for Atomic Dart League PvP. Other than that, like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in for this hour and 15-minute long live stream about Endwar. If you want to go back and watch it, it will be posted up soon, so that way you can catch up on the stuff about schedule changes, Foam Con, Blaster Check, all that sort of stuff. Anyways, this has been TK1138. I will see you guys, most of you guys, in a week. And, Nerf well, my friends. If I can figure out how to turn this off.